Hey guys, Shannon here with Remax Services for our weekly real estate chat. Last week we were discussing the process of going out to look for a home. This week we are here to talk about putting an offer in. So we've gone out, we looked at a couple of places, we have found the right house, and we are ready to move forward. Now, the first thing that we're going to do when we decide we are putting in an offer is I will go home, and I always like to check public records. I like to look at when the sellers bought the house. I think it's a good indication knowing if they've owned it 3 to 5 years or 30 years. Generally, people that have owned it for a longer time, maybe have their house paid off, have a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to their asking price and their final dollar. So I just think it's good information to have on hand. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to run comps. And what I mean by that is we are going to look at everything that's sold in your development, your neighborhood, or the surrounding neighborhoods, meeting the criteria of your home. And that way we get an idea of what they've sold for, so we can have an idea of what your house is worth and that neighborhood is also worth. So at this point, we've done our research and we're actually now ready to construct our offer. So we are going to fill out what is called the agreement of sale. This is the most important document throughout the entire process. It breaks down all the details of the sale. It's going to go over everything from how much you want to pay for the house to the details of your mortgage and your loan. Are you doing conventional? Are you doing FHA? Are you waiving your mortgage and paying cash? It's going to go over when you would like to take settlement date. Is there anything that you would like included in the house? What type of inspections would you like done? Would you like the standard 3 of wood infestation, general home inspection, and radon? Or are you going to look into some of the other ones that they had to offer? It's going to go over every single last detail. And once we have it filled out, it's time for you guys to sign. And guys, I cannot stress this enough. Read your agreement. It is, if not the biggest, then one of the biggest financial purchases you are making to date. And I know the agreement seems intimidating, but it is 14 pages long. 14 pages. Biggest financial purchase. And if there's anything that you have questions on, I'd be happy to break that down with you line by line. But the Pennsylvania Association of Realtors has made it so that you don't need a lawyer to break this document down. And like I said, I cannot stress it enough. Please, 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 if it's not me you're working with and it's another agent, I'm sure they've told you, read your agreement. So we have the agreement of sale all filled out, but that is not the last piece of the puzzle in being able to put an offer in. We still need the BFI, which is the buyer's financial information. That is a document that I will send you that goes over all of your income and assets. We will also need a signed seller's property disclosure. Now, that is a document before we even talk about offers that I would have my clients go over. It is something the seller fills out that goes over everything they know about the property. When was the roof installed? Do you have any water damage when it rains? And it's such a good thing to look over because it gives us a lot of information beyond what we can see when we're touring the home. So once I have those 2 documents, the agreement of sale and your pre-approval, I am ready to send your offer over to the seller's agent. Now, at that point, we are waiting to find out if we get under contract, and once we have a fully executed agreement back, we are ready to go. By fully executed agreement, I mean we have both the seller and the buyer's signatures on the offer and all terms have been agreed to. And it's time to sit back, take a deep breath, because you are officially buying a home. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video about putting an offer in. Next, we will talk about home inspections and going over that process. Again, if you have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to call, email, text, reach out any way you can. Again, I always go over any questions anybody has. Thanks again for taking the time. I'll see you.